So, okay, yeah, the Dodgers won. Wow, Dodgers won big. Goddamn. Dodgers absolutely went belt to ass.
Wow, which is seriously horrifying. Because like yesterday they got humiliated, and today they lost by the same amount. Wow. Well, hey, at least Cleveland won a game, so they're making that one competitive. But the Mets are just completely outclassed, and I swear to Christ, dude, like people who listen to sports media talking heads before they make a bet are the
Mhm.
biggest suckers on the planet. Because I was baffled. Yesterday during lunch, I was listening to this cat on ESPN is talking about. He's all like, "My bet." This, by the way, again, this was for last night's game, not tonight's. Last night's when
Mhm.
the Dodgers won 8-0. He said the Mets are my pick to win tonight's game by at least 4 runs. And it's how like, dude, you were 12 runs in the wrong direction there.
Mhm.
Good, right. And the same guy today, he's all like, well, I was wrong about last night, but that, to be fair, that game was in Los Angeles. So I think now that this game is here in New York, the Mets are going to have that home field advantage. This is going to be it. I look at them to win by 5 runs, and then they lose by 8 again. It's all like, dude, I know that this guy has a job for life because they get paid to be wrong, but any idiot who is actually listening to this clown for betting advice, like, man, you're gonna lose your money and you deserve it too. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey,
So,
sweetie.
it finally happened, by the way. Nate Silver's model flipped. Mark the time and date on
Yay.
your calendar.
Hold on. Let's hurry.
October 17th.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? That's just on time because it's like
Beg your pardon.
3 weeks.
Mm. It's
Less
19
than
days.
3 weeks. Yeah. Good kitty.
Hello there.
All right. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Okay. Right.
What?
Hey, hunk. Hey, hunk. Ah. Yeah, Barton has some strengths as a player. I didn't expect it to be this, but there are some things he's pretty good at.
Look. An elder candidate? No.
All right, then.
Mm.
Whoa!
What'll it be? Yeah.
Anyway.
Secret room.
Oh yeah. I'm sitting here kind of laughing because, like, man,
Indeed.
Kingdom Hearts. I forgot. This is a very old school style game. The way that it's built.
Oh yeah.
In some ways, it's kind of a blueprint for modern games because it was like a Final Fantasy style action RPG that was basically built around button mashing and running around like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very simplistic to the point where I'm like, man, outside of the Final Fantasy characters and the Disney characters that had all the kids like, oh man, this is so cool. Like, if the game didn't have that to fall back on and rely on, man, this would not have been popular.
I mean, I think the game's fine and everything, but like, I really do think it mostly resonated because of a lot of people playing it when they were like 8 or 9 or 10. When I played that game, I was 13, and it didn't really hit me, you know?
Yeah, I completely understand that.
Now then. What'll it be?
I loved it.
Can't be.
Simple and clean is the best part of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, I think.
What'll it be?
Yeah, probably. Hey man, sorry, I completely forgot what I was about to say. My brain kind of just shut off.
Been there, done that.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
I was informed that Power Wash has added the new
Now then.
content thing.
Oh,
I'm going to check to see if it's a DLC or if it's just free content for everybody. But, okay, it's a DLC. The Shrek DLC.
okay. How much is it?
$8 was released a week ago.
Okay. We can absolutely make time to do that.
Yeah. And another thing, we've been playing that game for 3 years. Did you know that?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's crazy.
What'll it be?
Hmm.
Can't be. What'll it be?
Yes. Can you jump? Oh, well, JS, what you're basically describing is Viscera. That's literally what Viscera is. It's power wash, except it has morbid situations.
What now?
Speaking of which, I'm going to check in on the sequel.
All right then. What now? More people.
Wouldn't last a second if I got kidnapped.
Whoa!
From a week ago. Work on the sequel is going very well, better than expected. However, it's also taking much longer than expected. It's going to be several months before there is a reveal of what they've been working on so far. So, if I had to guess, I'd say maybe 2026 or 7, something like that.
Well, better than nothing.
Articles, why is everybody closing so soon?
Mm.
You.
Hang on, what if... I see. Let's see. Yep,
You.
let's not.
All right then.
That's wrong, though.
What now?
Well, I wonder if it's possible for fans to make like mods for Power Wash.
I'm not sure.
Like, I was wondering if it was possible to do Firefighter Simulator mods so you could do a 9/11 level, but it doesn't seem like it is.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker. If you weren't with us when we were 2 and 4, don't rock with us when we finish 7 and 10. That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets stink.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe Robert Saleh got fired after a 2-3 start. What a joke.
Program.
I've awaited you.
Like, if you thought so little of him that you would fire him after a 2-3 start, just fire him in January and hire Belichick.
Yeah.
Aye, yes. May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city.
Or whoever, Hunk. Somebody that you actually like.
These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Heisme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady.
Well, see, what's crazy to me is that
On its behalf, you have my
they feel the pressure to succeed because they're a New York City-based sports team.
Mm-hmm.
But not only are they complete dog shit, but they've been complete dog shit for decades. So, like, why would you be making decisions like this now? Becomes my question, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just let it go. You are who you are, you know? So by that, I mean, don't fire the guy, because, like, there's literally no point.
Right.
I cannot claim
It's
any
not his fault you suck. You've sucked for 40 fucking years. Like,
aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker. You've chosen instead to help
So,
those people.
that thing I sent you on Angel Reese, how she's renting an apartment that alone is more than her annual salary.
that was very funny, yes.
And Caleb Hammer replied to the tweet and was like, let's have her on the show.
That would be so funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine. Because, you know, if is there a female Donkey Kong character? Let me see here.
After all, we're not helping for free.
Well, there's Funky Kong, but Funky Kong's a dude, right?
Even so,
I'm not sure. I just googled female Donkey Kong character and it said Candy Kong, who is Donkey Kong's girlfriend.
Okay.
So we had Candy Kong in the news a couple of days ago from that body cam footage. If she could be that kind of Rhodes Scholar and yet managed to get into Georgetown on that academic scholarship to play for a fucking basketball team, it's like, you know, so something tells me they got some real fucking geniuses in the WNBA. I don't know why.
here is my offer. If you
But-
get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support.
Did you like the story I sent you with Ray turning into a 6'5" black woman?
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Especially when Masato was like not wanting to escalate
Yeah.
the violence because she's like, it's Ray, and it's all like, really? How do you even know that? You didn't watch her transform like a werewolf. You just the door opens and this hulking black woman comes out. For all you know, she ate Ray.
Yes.
Maybe she was still acting strangely autistic.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
Are they ever going to say, like, what she had in her system? Because she must have been on drugs or something.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can
For
help
sure.
people.
Because I mean, like,
She even promised us political support.
in my view, she's obviously on a bender in the first place. Because why are they conducting a wellness check? You know?
I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a
Because
promise to
the
make.
police department already told us that the wellness check was because people close to her were concerned about her.
Right.
They called in the wellness check.
Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place.
She must have been on some kind of bender. That's the only thing that makes any kind of fucking logical sense to me.
Territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.
Hmm.
right then. Boy. My thanks to you.
I thought he only kidnapped children.
Ooh.
Somebody in the game.
All good.
Maybe the person that you're thinking of actually was a child, but because it's anime coded, you were unaware. You never know, bro.
Welcome. So hey,
Like Evangelion with the mature woman's toe cheese, and she's like 17. Sorry, I had to just hit you with it. Checking DoorDash right now, not because I want to order something, but because I'm trying to see who's going to be open still. Because apparently a lot of places are closing at 10, and I'm not going to have enough time to do anything with that.
Yeah. Oh, Kraken are winning? That's cool, Austin. I wasn't following.
wouldn't last a second if I got kidnapped.
Can't be. What'll it be? Can't be. What is it? Right.
Nice. Hey. Stop that at once. Ugh.
What'll it be? What are you on about?
An elder candidate? No. Must have got that wrong.
Hmm.
So it is possible.
Now what am I to do? Good.
That sounds right.
Mm.
Ah, closure.
All right then.
Let's not.
What you gonna do when Eva Mania runs wild on you, brother?
And I can't wait to make that video after the Dolphins get a top 3 pick You just have that footage of Tua concussing himself. Oh my god, what a masterpiece!
What do you want to know?
Excuse me.
Thank you kindly. Here's the real skinny.
All right.
I'm out of ideas.
More people.
I can hardly think on it.
Hey. No good.
What a scrap. I suppose we knew it wouldn't be that simple.
Tis far too early to give up. I spent over a year asking after the prince with no luck. And still I did not falter.
Yes, and it's very admirable. But I think I prefer a change of tack instead.
You there! Might you answer a question?
Terribly sorry, but I can't help you. I'm just here on my leisure. You're better off finding the information you're looking for elsewhere.
Suspicious character, isn't he?
Hey, you lot. You seriously gonna hunt down Heisme?
You're Barden's man.
Yeah, the guy with the attitude.
Not sure I should tell you this, but here I am. There's actually a way to avoid the giant sandworms. You just gotta wait for the sand flash. It's a local event. A kind of storm, and the wind kicks up sand peppered with magic crystals. Not too uncommon a sight round here. Our diviners say we'll have a sand flash in about 5 days. Seems to put most wild beasts to sleep. Might be some magic effect, or might just be waiting out the storm. And that includes the sandworms, eh? They'll nod off, and with proper timing, you'll sneak right past him. Heisme might well be using the same trick himself.
We're much obliged, but if you know all this, why haven't you and the guard gone out?
A guard unit stomping around would wake up the whole den. Didn't much like saying it, but us local lads wouldn't be much use against Heisme anyway. But you think you can handle him? Aye? Wouldn't be here otherwise.
Absolutely.
Good. Then we're counting on you. Can't have you getting yourself killed now. Cap's reputation's on the line. And, one more thing. You didn't get this info from me. Aye?
Understood. But why? You could have shared this with us at supper yesterday.
What? And got myself volunteered to go out there as your travel guide? Nae danger of that.
I see.
Anyway, I'm counting on you.
Finally, a solid lead falls into our laps. And we'll not even have to bother with the sandworms. We've apparently got 5 days till the sandflash hits. Let's make sure we can get this done quick. Looks like more than a day's trip on the map.
If it takes us one night to reach the giant sandworms' territory, and we aim to go when the storm has them all asleep, we should leave in 4 days' time.
Let's go inform Muris.
Righto, straightforward enough. Long as we get in when the worms have all tucked in for a nap, we'll be just dandy. Suppose I'd better crack on with the tune-ups then. Don't want the old girl failing on us when she'll be our only hope of egress, eh? Oh, that? Damned if I know. It was just in the blueprints from the royal family. Works rather like an igniter, but no idea what it does. Just don't go breaking... Oh, easy there. You all right, lad? Thought I saw something glowing. Then you came over all giddy, gave me a start. Still can't believe this thing reacted. Look, we don't want any nasty surprises, so I vote we stay put and rest up for today. Just in case. Don't want you passing out on me, do I? Just consider it a little precaution for the trip.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
You're
Your journey is going well, it seems. One by one, you take your steps forward on this road. A supernatural awakening, a call to adventure, legs to carry you. All of these are coming together. Accordingly, new powers needed for the journey seem to have awakened.
Hey, Robert.
Are you talking about that thing inside the Gauntlet Runner?
By my eyes report, there is one piece of equipment in the Gauntlet Runner that was created in ancient times. Something no longer crafted in this day and age. A divine relic. It contains ancient magic once thought lost. The power of teleportation. With proper use, its great power will turn your Gauntlet Runner swifter than any beast or transport on land. Most interesting. The reasons elude me, but you seem qualified to use this divine relic. I cannot imagine this is mere coincidence. Perhaps you are guided by an unknown.
You've probably already seen this, but
try to imagine vivid, familiar scenery, somewhere far.
I sent it to you anyway. Yeah. I think this is fine. I think Dennis Allen's going to lose his job pretty soon here, too, so.
What's with all the yelling? Wait, isn't this...
What? The royal
Oh, shit.
capital? How? We were in Matira just last night.
Eurus, surely you didn't drive us back here?
Are you mad? Don't you remember how many days the last trip took? You can't dash and roll pop over to the capital in a single night.
What? So this is some magic...
Wow, that's pretty bad. Sean Payton. 2 20 or more point losses in the Dome his entire time coaching in New Orleans. Dennis Allen. 2 20 or more point losses in the Dome in the last 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. He's getting fired.
Yep.
Good
Borrowed
heavens.
time.
It certainly did. And there might be a reason for that.
Yeah, it's going to be must-see TV, Robert.
Do you know something?
And if he makes 2 mistakes, the whole crowd is going to be screaming for Fields. It's the shortest leash in the history of mankind.
She was custom made for the prince. When I wasn't there in the concept phase, when they gave me an odd gadget and said, make it work, I bloody well made it work.
Oh, yeah, so this morning, I got up at about 10 to walk my dogs with my mom, right? As we do most mornings if we can, right?
All right.
And so I went upstairs to get ready, and the dogs were outside, so my mom goes to get them, and it looks like they're playing like they usually do, because they're both like, it looks like they're both looking at each other. So she thinks they're playing, but then she realizes there's a giant rat in the middle of them, and they're both like staring at it, trying to figure out what to do. So my mom fucking loses her mind and starts screaming, try to get them to come away, which just makes my dog pick it up because she thinks that like she's gonna take it away from me. So she picks it up in the rat in her mouth for a second. Luckily, pretty quickly puts it down, gets away, but it was really it was pretty upsetting. Like, my mom lost her mind because, you know, I don't need to tell you how disgusting rats are and how bad it could be.
Yeah.
But it seems like everything's okay, but this is not the first time in the last few days we've seen a rat. So they're coming out right now, and I'm not a fan. Different. And the rat was almost dead, to be clear. Like, the rat, his back legs were paralyzed because he ate poison. Like, the rat was on death's door, but still, it was still alive.
You saw it yourself, eh, my lad? That part all bound up in its heart. Last night we caught it glowing. Then I wake up and find a proper hullabaloo. Damnedest thing. It only started glowing when you got close, eh? Maybe you were a trigger of some kind.
Yeah, maybe I am.
I cannot say I've heard of teleportation, and yet... Surely there can be no explanation for this other than magic.
Hold on. If we're back in the capital, that means we've got bigger problems. We're due back in Martira for the bounty. If it takes us days to get back, that's all our planning ruined.
If we magicked ourselves over here, let's bally well see if we can magic ourselves back, eh?
He makes it sound so easy, but what do you think?
'Tis no small feat we ask, I know, but might you at least try?
Mm. Yeah. Still so hard for me to take Bo Nix seriously. I know by some definition he played pretty well tonight, but so many things he got away with too.
Where to?
It reacted! The lab really is the key to triggering it!
Oh, hey! Are you sure this is safe?
All we can do is trust it.
Yeah, you might say that, big country.
It's Martira. They really are back.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Bronny James got assessed a flagrant foul in tonight's game against the Suns. Snacks, are you there?
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. I don't think he should, Robert.
This is such an insanely fucking stupid post. The guy says, Bronny's not going to play at all this year. He doesn't need a pep talk. He needs reps. He should be in the G League, getting 35 to 40 minutes a night, boosting his confidence, developing a skill, and learning how to play the pro game. That would be correct if this guy was actually supposed to be in the NBA. He's literally there so that LeBron can be the only player to ever play with his son, and as soon as LeBron retires, Bronny will never be seen in the NBA again. He's absolute dog shit and he doesn't belong up here. No amount of playing in the G League is ever going to make him capable of playing at the NBA level.
You've all got some powers that, to
Period.
my understanding,
And everybody knows it. Like, he almost didn't even get drafted. The only reason he was is because he was there with the Lakers' last pick. They're like, yeah, fuck it. Why not?
I suppose when you say it like that.
Speaking of sanctism, they'll not like this. A tool full of this kind of practical, unorthodox magic is against all their teachings. Why would the royals have had it?
Hold a moment. With this teleportation on our side, can we travel anywhere in the world with only a thought? If that's so, we may not even
Wow, Lakers commentators are fucking delusional. When KD blocked Bronny, he got whistled for a foul because it was a successful block. So, you know, of course,
Right.
they got to protect this shitter. But the Lakers announcers were like, did you see that? Bronny was about to jam it home. He was going to flush it, but KD was there to stop him.
Go on, try that.
He had to foul him to stop with a ferocious poster dunk. And I'm all like, wow, you are... Bronny's 6'3". Like...
So we can't go somewhere we've never been before.
Come on now.
Anywhere else you've been?
Let me know if you find the clip of the flagrant, by the way, because I can't.
No. Commoners don't usually visit the three great cities.
Twould seem this power of travel is somewhat conditional. Best that we define its boundaries now.
So, in the end, the only places we can teleport to are the cities we've actually been to.
Well, thank you very much. Ha! Almost had me out of a job.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely flagrant.
Okay, I just found it. Okay.
Yeah, it's as you're watching it, a lot of people are going to be looking for the contact in the upper torso.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, it doesn't look very serious. I was watching a couple of times. Look down at the legs, and you see how it's a flagrant. Because the guy jumps up in the air. When someone's in the air, they don't have control over their own momentum anymore. And when you smack him in the legs that hard, he's going to go flying. You know, it's like in football when a guy helicopters. That's how it fucking happens. So yeah, that's a flagrant. Like 100% should have been hit with a flagrant.
I'm surprised they called that though.
Yeah, but I mean, you kind of have to, because I mean, he could have very easily seriously gotten hurt off of that shit. You have to. So like, the kid only made it here because his dad's LeBron James. In the Summer League, he becomes the only player in Summer League history to hit the floor after he's been crossed over. And before he's even played his first NBA game, he's been hit with a flagrant foul. This kid's dog shit, and he doesn't belong here.
You're right. And now we can drop by to see Maria whenever we like. Put like that, it really is something impressive.
Even if we've no idea where it comes from, it should certainly prove useful.
Our next foe is a bounty, and we have a lot of preparing to do. We've got 3 days to go, so don't forget.
Oh, that's right.
So?
Beautiful. All right, guys, I will be back in a few moments. Okay, we are back. All right. Welcome back, everybody. All right, let's see here. What do I want to do?
Oh, my apologies. You're right there. That's a relief. Well, I'll be off now.
Hey, you sure you want to let that fellow go? He nicked something of yours just now when he bumped into you.
Oh no! Grease's dagger is missing. Let's chase after him.
Yeah, Kawhi needs to retire.
I don't see him anywhere.
Big time.
Jeez, how'd he disappear so fast? Come on.
No. Oh?
Boy stinks.
Mm-hmm. I just sent you a tweet, by the way.
I'll be off.
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh. He's gonna get killed.
I'm sorry.
I like this response. He says, I find it interesting many of the replies are protesting, saying it's not all Jews, or it's just the Zionist Jews, or there are many good Jews, but no one defends Christians, Muslims, or Hindus. It's like everyone's just saying, oh, it's not all Jews. And it's not like there are 3 other fucking choices there. No one's saying, hey, it's not the...
What you want to know?
Here's the real.
That's pretty funny.
Thank you.
More people missing.
What say you? Pop by again, won't you?
More people missing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what'll I do? Why did this happen?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty soon.
What'll I do?
What the fuck? Bro, how is Goofy level 11? Donald Duck is level 8.
Does
And
Donald Duck
I'm
keep
level
dying?
10. What the f-
Does Donald Duck keep dying or
No.
something?
No. He hasn't died once.
Huh.
So I'm like, how is he so underleveled? And how is Goofy a higher level than me?
Stupendous.
That one doesn't make any sense to me, because I spent a shitload of time grinding on the beach just that I could, like, hilariously stomp my way through the early...
I did that when I played Kingdom Hearts. I got up to level 30 on the beach, and I still lost to Squall when we did the one-on-one duel in... What is it called? Traverse Town?
Oh, good heavens.
You're supposed to lose to Squall. You can beat him, but I still couldn't do it.
Let's give it a shot.
You said Squall in Traverse Town. There's a guy, I'm fought in Traverse Town that you don't have to beat him. You could lose to him and still advance the story. Leon? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, Squall's name is Squall Leonhardt. His last name
Well, they
is
just called him
Leonhardt.
Leon here.
Yeah.
Maybe the remix thing, they call him different. I don't know.
Well, he's definitely Squall, but his last name is Leonhardt, so maybe it's like a code name or something. I can't remember. It's been so fucking long.
Well, that's just me going through this right now, so don't feel bad or anything. Like, oh no, I can't remember. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Just, it's a silly game for babies. Oops.
Like, I've beaten all the mainline Kingdom Hearts games. I still don't know how the story resolves itself because it gets very stupid by the time 2 comes out. And I have no idea how anything gets resolved. Which is not a very positive sign now, is it? That's not a good indicator, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd so love your help.
Now what am I to do?
All right then.
Now what am I to do?
That sounds right.
All right then.
What is it?
Hey, listen.
I guess it's over.
Excuse me?
Can we talk?
Excuse me?
Can we talk?
Fragrant spice. I just bought a fragrant spice.
Nice.
Can we talk?
Thank you, miss.
Thick, fragrant bush.
Exactly.
Hey, mister.
talk?
Hmm.
All right then.
Welcome.
I kill you for... Meanwhile, the Lakers' other rookie, the one who's actually good, scored 20 straight points at one point during this game.
Or 23 points?
No, 20 straight.
20 straight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really good. And it also means that he and Bronny combined for a staggering 22 points. And it is hilarious how bad Bronny is, for real.
Michael Jordan's son never made it to the NBA, right?
That's correct. The biggest embarrassment son by far, aside from Bronny, who's making a real run at it, is Magic Johnson's kid.
Isn't he a car part?
He's a morbidly obese homosexual who uses his father's money to direct really shitty horror films.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so not quite that, but it's not good.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Now what am I to do? What were the gods doing? You there?
What do I do with all the money that I'm collecting?
You can eventually buy stuff.
Okay. Because, like, the shops I've seen so far have been really, really, really bad. Lakers rookie scored 20 straight points versus the Suns. LA might have the steal of the draft. I highly fucking doubt that. Because, dude, it's the Suns. Like, plus it's preseason. However, he's not dog shit, so that's something to be happy about.
Mm-hmm.
But it's obviously way too early to call him the steal of the draft. But that, to be fair, that's just sensationalism because it's the Lakers, and if you yap about the Lakers, you will get a lot of people talking.
Mm-hmm.
Now then.
Just a moment.
Let's see. It's your call. Let's move.
Oh, what a pity.
All right then.
Let's go.
Oh, hey.
Mm.
You.
I couldn't fucking see where the fuck I'm supposed to go because these stupid dipshits are in my fucking way and the camera's awful. Now I'm starting to see what you were saying.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is a big improvement.
Like, I'm trying to do platforming section, which I despise platforming in any game that has ever been created that requires you to platform when it wasn't about platforming. Like, that shit just drives me up a fucking
I
wall.
mean, Kingdom Hearts is partially a platformer, I think, is the thing.
Fair enough, but then also, you know, having a bad camera when you've got to do that shit just... So far, I view this as being like a hack and slash, with very RPG elements. That's how I personally would define this.
LeBron James reportedly forgot to rescue Mako from Tartarus.
We did it.
Oh, cool. In this game, you can join the Smiling Friends and be dedicated to making people smile.
Nice.
Thank you. And so...
Really?
Maria. You... Look.
Yeah.
You're a big help.
Hey.
Have a good day. Oh!
Sure. Oi there!
Yeah.
At least there's no fall damage.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
Man, so every major adult actor in the Harry Potter movies is now dead. Hagrid, played by, God, what's his name? I remember he had a small role in a James Bond movie. I can't remember the actor's name.
Robbie Coltrane.
There we go. Richard Harris is dead.
Yeah, the two Dumbledores. I know that McGonagall passed away. Alan Rickman, I believe, was.
Yeah, and I'm not going to look it up, but I'm willing to bet Uncle Vernon's dead because he's so fat. There's no way he's still alive.
Yes, the actor who played him passed away some time ago. It wasn't just that he was fat; he was also pretty old, regardless. But when you said every major adult, I was like, "Whoa! Like that's did fucking Gary Oldman die?" But what made you inspired to say this?
No,
Like,
I was
what
just,
happened?
it just kind of occurred to me. Nothing new has happened. Gary Oldman's still alive, you're right. So I guess that's the one.
Well, it depends on how you define major, because Professor Lupin was a pretty important character in the Harry Potter universe, but he wasn't really in the movies. But the actor that played him is still kicking.
Yeah, he's wonderful too. David Thewlis. I've seen him in a lot of things that I
Yeah.
really like.
Yeah, so yes, the actor who played Uncle Vernon, Richard Griffiths. Oh, he was a little younger than I thought he was, 65. But still, if someone dies at 65, it's not, all of a sudden, still.
Right.
But
It'll be fine.
Oh, and it was still before his time too. It wasn't because he was fat. He was having a heart surgery, and it just went badly.
I think that's what happened to, what's the name of the comedian? The I don't get no respect guy?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to him. I could have my names mixed up, but I think he went under for heart surgery and it went badly.
Now, Robbie Coltrane, the Hagrid actor, which James Bond was he in?
He was the one of the henchmen in Tomorrow Never Dies. He didn't really. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make sure I have that movie right. I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies.
Funnily enough, Tomorrow Never Dies is the one Pierce Brosnan that he wasn't in, but he did play a recurring character who was a bit part. He's got Goldeneye, The World Is Not Enough.
Oh, he was Zukovsky. He was the guy who helped Bond. I remember now. Okay. I actually thought to. Oh wow, Gerard Butler actually had a cameo in Tomorrow Never Dies. Huh. A lot of people think very poorly of the Pierce Brosnan Bonds, but I thought Tomorrow Never Dies was okay.
Well, the reason that they feel negatively about them is that they were goofy and self-parodying. You know, they were trying to lean into cheese and camp and all this sort of stuff. And that would have been great. It's just that they did that at the exact same time that Mike Myers started making Austin Powers. And I think that's why it didn't hit as well. Because in terms of the look, I feel like Pierce Brosnan's like the perfect Bond.
By the way.
But that's just me.
Maria.
Okay.
I actually kind of agree with that. I know what you're saying. The thing is, GoldenEye was not that goofy. And that's the first one they did with Brosnan, and that's the only one that people like, generally speaking, in hindsight. And that movie was not really goofy at all, and then they just kind of veered away from it.
And yeah, and I feel like that is the reason, is because it wasn't campy. And people wanted that from Bond. You need look no further than the massive success that Daniel Craig had with Casino Royale, which his fucking debut and is regarded as one of the best Bond films out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Skyfall, because they took the shit incredibly seriously. And the more campy ones, Spectre and Quantum of Solace are the ones that people are not very happy with. But they did that to fucking mollify Daniel Craig himself, who wanted to do the campy stuff and was very disappointed he didn't get the chance to.
And now he plays Foghorn Leghorn in Rian Johnson's franchise.
Yes. And he's happy doing that. That's the point. Blech.
Yeah, dude. Like, Die Another Day was pretty bad, admittedly. And I understand why that movie killed the franchise, but... Like even The World Is Not Enough, I think, is watchable. It's just not great.
Which one was the one where Halle Berry was in it?
That's Die Another Day.
Yeah, I was going to say that is definitely the one that killed the franchise, because why is Halle Berry a Bond girl?
There was a lot wrong with that one. There was a henchman.
Oh yeah,
there was a henchman whose name was Mr. Kill.
Oh no.
That's like when you get to the point where you've run out of names.
What?
Yeah, and Die Another Day also had Rosamund Pike, who I think that might have been her first major acting role. And then she kind of went super under the radar until she starred in Gone Girl many years later.
Good hunting to you. Don't go get yourself killed.
Oh yeah, Die Another Day also had Madonna in it.
Yeah. Hey.
Remember that line in the Revenge of the Sith review from Red Letter Media where he actually praised Die Another Day to contrast with Revenge of the Sith? And he
yes.
You know, you could tell the way he said it, he kind of knew that. It's like, man, I can't believe I'm using Die Another Day as a positive example of something.
And yet, it deserved to be brought up, because he was exactly correct with what he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And even your average everyday normie can fucking pick up on that shit too. They just can't articulate it. Right. They can feel. You know, it's the famous line, you may not have noticed, but your brain did. It's like everyone can feel on some level that what he's saying is correct. So, man, I really gotta say, as I'm watching some of these cutscenes in Kingdom Hearts here, some of the voice acting is incredibly excruciatingly bad, and then with others, it's actually pretty decent. And I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
Well, who would you
You
say
know?
is decent, and who would you say is really bad?
Donald and Goofy are doing a great job. Really bad is literally every single Final Fantasy character. The vast majority of the villains. Like, holy crap, it's just so bad.
Well, I imagine they were under a lot of pressure because before Kingdom Hearts came out, none of the Final Fantasy characters, except for the ones in 10, had ever been voiced. So they're like, for the first time ever, we're going to put voices to these names. And you know who voices Aerith in Kingdom Hearts, right?
No.
It's Mandy Moore.
How about that?
Just be happy Aerith is in the game and not Tifa, because every time Tifa
Oh,
shows up, you would be thinking about...
Cloud Moselon, exactly. Actually, right now I'm doing the boss fight in the Alice in Wonderland level. And I paused it so that I'd be better able to focus on what it was you were saying. And this fight is taking place in the hedge maze, but they made the hedges go away, so it literally looks like a freshly mowed lawn that we're fighting on.
Oh, God.
I'm like, man.
Wish I could have watched whoever mowed this.
Exactly. Sora mows the lawn. That's...
And you know who voices Sora, right? That you can tell, probably.
David Hayter?
No, it's Haley Joel Osment.
I could not tell that.
Really?
That's pretty wild.
And, of course, Kyrie is Hayden Panettiere.
Kyrie what?
Kyrie is Hayden Panettiere.
I had no idea. How about that?
Yeah, that actually... Kingdom Hearts is kind of how she got big. That and Remember the Titans was kind of the thing that made her blow up, and then Heroes.
Oh yeah,
further.
I forgot we were talking about this before. You're right.
What now? All right then.
I mean, whatever you want to say about Kingdom Hearts as a game, and I think it's good. I certainly don't think it's great or anything. I played hundreds of games in my life that I think are better than Kingdom Hearts. It was really cool that they actually made a genuinely good song for the theme. Because back then, you didn't see that often. Because Simple and Clean is like a genuinely really good song, and they made it just for the game.
Let's see.
Ever seen anything?
All right then.
Let's go.
What were the gods doing? Now what am I to do?
Oh. Hmm? What do you want to do? Oh. Long, long ago. After that. After that. And then. Oh dear.
All right.
I'm trying to remember what's the really hard Kingdom Hearts boss that makes almost everybody rage quit. It might be Ursula, but I'm not 100% sure.
And I'll just grind like fuck. So
Time marches on, and the age
I feel like there's one boss fight that everybody fucking hates in the original Kingdom Hearts. I just can't remember which one.
Nonetheless,
I remember the first time when my friend was playing it, he got stuck for a long time in the Tarzan level because one of the bosses there, I can't remember which, but one of the bosses was just like damn near impossible for him.
What now?
You just can't remember which one.
Yeah, but I was like, this game seems exceptionally easy. So aside from the fact that he was like a fucking little kid, which is, I would figure, one reason why it was tough for him. Another is that kids don't really understand the concept of grinding. If they do it by accident because they're autistic.
Yeah.
But they're not actually thinking in terms of like, I need to do this 1,000 times so that my character levels up enough that you just flatten everybody. They don't really approach games that way.
We could fulfill a request there.
Clock's tick. It's your call.
great. Let's move on.
What to pick? What now?
Yeah, that is so much. So much that just dropped. And then I'm not allowed to pick any of it up because of a stupid ass cutscene. You can't let me fucking collect the shit that dropped first? Man, that's annoying. I sure hope it's all still there, and of course it's not. Man, that was a couple of hundred money. That chaps my ass.
I like how money in the game is called money, like M-U-N-N-Y. I find that amusing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I may have messed something up here. I'm gonna Alt-Tab out and go back in because I just saved, but I think I may have messed up the chain of commands there. Hold on one second, y'all.
I tried to set the queen on fire, but nothing happened. It's pretty upsetting.
Well, at least you didn't try to mow her lawn.
Oh no!
What now? All right then. Let's head there right away.
Looks like everyone's here.
Now then.
Let's. It's your call. Let's move.
All right then.
Let's go. Okay, what's the plan?
Now then.
We could fulfill a request there.
clock's ticking. It's your call.
Let's be off.
Go get food. I just don't know where I want to go because since everything closed at 10, that means that all I've got is a very small list of options now. They all involve going across the...
Go to 7-Eleven and get the taquitos. Go get 7-Eleven taquitos.
See, I don't even know if that's a joke or not, but honestly, the gas station that I normally go to, they have this combination box that when I go right about now, because like they make it all in like the afternoon at like 4 o'clock and all this. So if I go now, they're so desperate to sell it that they literally sell it to me for cheap, like less than $3. And in that combo box is potato wedges, a biscuit that is covered in honey, and some fried chicken. Now the chicken sucks. It both smelled and tasted like fish. It didn't make me sick, but that's just gross regardless, right?
Right.
But the potato wedges were great, and that was one of the best biscuits I've ever had from any place that was like not a special design breakfast buffet kind of deal, you know?
Right.
Sure.
Hey.
Damn. Got it.
There's a couple of all-night Mexican food places. I'm really thinking about a burrito.
You're a kind one. I'm relieved in knowing that I'm not alone.
Taco burrito.
Oh, shut the fuck up. No. No, dude, that sucks.
What?
They're not 24 hours anymore.
Thanks.
They close at 11. Shit.
Yay.
So unless I was gonna drive 3 towns over to find one that actually is open 24 hours, man, fuck that. Bro. That's 30 miles away. I ain't driving that far for a shitty fucking fast food burrito. God. That's awful.
Sometimes you do wish you lived in the big city, I guess. It's times like this when you wish you were just like 2 miles away from 800 different food places.
Fair enough.
It doesn't
I'll
happen
probably
often.
just go to the... Yeah, I'll probably just go to the all-night grocery store and get myself something I can microwave. I said microwave, and I just reminded myself, my dad actually got me some frozen food that I can microwave. I had completely forgotten about it until now, because I haven't had any of that in months. But he mentioned it to me this morning before I left for work. That's great. I'll just do that. I don't have to spend any money. That's even better.
Wait a minute. Is Jim Gaffigan based? Let me look this up here real quick.
I'm not
Wouldn't
sure.
think so.
Yeah, I would want to say no, but maybe.
Let me see here.
You know what sucks? When you pick up the healing things, it doesn't heal Donald and Goofy. Because, like, Donald obviously takes a shitload of damage because he's a mage. You know, that's the point. But, man, it would be so nice if I could heal these guys by picking up the little things. That helps so much.
Is this right?
But
Come on.
My thanks.
All right, we got some grinding to do, people.
Here.
I need to get a power up or something that increases my pickup radius, man, for real.
Not that long ago, all games played like that.
Yeah, for real.
Did you ever...
Probably the biggest indicator of this game's age, if I had to say definitively, is no autosave.
You know, I kind of miss no autosave sometimes. I gotta be honest. I feel like autosave's gotten out of hand.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, it's really important to have the opportunity to control when you save if you're trying to do something specific. That's like any game that allows you to have manual saves plus quick saves plus they do an autosave. So like any RPG that's come out in the last 15 years. I don't think I've ever used an autosave unless it was like right before a battle and then I die in that battle. Is the only time I would ever use the autosave. But I usually quick save right before that same battle too, so yeah. You know, it's kind of pointless.
Should we try somewhere else?
Well then.
If so,
Yeah.
Why did this happen?
What?
Oh, you think they see us?
I really don't understand why Goofy's such a higher level than both me and Donald. Like that's just gonna bug the crap out of me that it's not synced up like that, you know?
Booby? Booby? Oh, that's actually a good point, Austin. I didn't even think about that. The Clippers don't even have their own pick this year still. So, Kawhi being injured again is just gonna... is not even gonna help them on that end.
Yeah. Let me tell you something, man. When I was talking about over-unders, I said I definitely believe that the Clippers will still hit the over because I still see them as being at least a 500 team, or at least very close to that. Because the NBA as a whole has gotten weaker, and the teams at the top have gotten stronger. But if that means that the talent is even more concentrated in super teams, there's going to be a lot of games against dog shit teams that are intentionally tanking that you could just farm for wins. Kawhi by himself should have been enough, and the Clippers still had a decent surrounding cast, so I still think that they would be competitive. But if Kawhi has gone full, like, Paul George left and he's like, I don't give a shit anymore. Like, I am just gonna keep going for as long as they continue to pay me, but I will shitbag this as much as possible to do the least amount of work that is possible. Like, he's making Shaq look like Kobe in terms of the work ethic here, which is astonishing. But yeah, if I had known that, I would have told everyone in the world, considering what that over-under was at. It was literally 40.5. They have to go 500 to hit the over, and I thought that they would. But if I knew that Kawhi was going to do that, if that was going to be his reaction to Paul George leaving, I would have told everyone within earshot, take the under. Bet your mortgage on the under. Because holy fuck.
I mean, yeah. Kawhi. Would Kawhi with work ethic be a top 10 player in NBA history?
Probably, because when he needed to work hard, he's won 2 finals MVPs. When he needed to work hard, he was on probably the most dominant championship winning team of all time. 2014 Spurs. When he needed to work hard, he came into a situation where no one expected that team to win a championship, and he not only won a ring, but by doing so, he walked over LeBron yet again, and then shit all over the Warriors dynasty in their peak, which is incredible. So literally, yeah, the only thing that he would have needed to be top 10 all time is to just actually try. He doesn't care about that. And it's really crazy because it's like, dude, this guy, he would easily be first ballot, not even close, top 10 all time, have his number retired by everybody that he's ever played for if he just gave a shit. It's crazy. Like, if he just gave a shit, the Clippers would have a ring by now. Because since he's been on that team, there have been many years where it was wide open, and he just didn't care.
Hey, good one.
Be right back, guys. Okay, everybody, we are back. Okay. Let's go. I'm kicking. Left it that way.
Very impressive.
Oh.
How impressive as ever.
Fine. Keep it. Looks like they found us. Amazing! Great moves back there. Hey, great job. Whew. That should do it.
Nice find. Looks like it could be useful.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, I just busted some ass, baby.
Hey.
All good.
This is bad. They're onto us. Very impressive. We've been spotted. On your guard.
Watch out. We've been spotted.
What now?
Shinji, you did it again.
That'll do it.
No. Looks like they found us. You could do it. There they go. We made short work of them.
What now?
There's like no good scenario for this World Series. Like, no matter what, it's going to be some big market team that spends $300 million a year. Although, honestly, at this point, it has been so long since the Yankees have won the World Series, they don't even really feel like some uber juggernaut that you're obligated to not root for if you're not a fan of the team. Like, I think we're beyond that now.
All right.
Got a sec? Yep. All right.
Yeah, but the Guardians aren't going to win that series. Come on. They needed a miracle just to win one game.
Watch out.
On guard!
Now, what's the play?
I don't buy it.
I feel this was definitely the big meme of the first Kingdom Hearts game, though, when it came out. Everybody being like, man, Donald Duck sucks because he's just like constantly getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Goofy, you know, he's got the shield, he has so much armor, he has a massive amount of HP, but they don't actually give him a threat management system. There's no aggro. You know, they just mindlessly attack whatever, so they often go after Donald because he's just like right in the thick of shit. And it's all like, the hell's the point of having a tank if you can't get them to attack the tank?
Shut up!
I can't afford to hold back. Warrior! Oh, holy light!
Gooby? Do you remember the Bugs Bunny webcomics that people made back in like the early 10s? The really shitty Bugs Bunny and Donald Dolan Duck cartoons?
Oh god, yeah.
Those
Yeah.
were legendary.
Yes.
Nice! You hit their weakness! I've sworn oath of your opening, Captain! Allies, together!
I'm counting on you!
Roar! With royal might!
Hulkenberg got them right in their
Now,
weak spot.
what's the play? I'll hold my ground.
I will fight with bracing.
I shall defend!
Ah! Perhaps not.
Bitch.
Here!
I did it, father. I unlocked Ultra Massaging Instinct.
Freeze!
You hit their weakness!
Is everyone alright?
That's your opening, Captain!
Let justice prevail! Come! Not now. I see you!
Hulkenberg got them right
In the
their
name
weak
of
spot.
justice!
Okay.
This calls for one of these.
Trust me. I'll show you the essence of truth. Not now. By this power.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Hockenberg got them right
In the
their
name
weak
of
spot.
justice. This should work.
You hit their weak point.
Let's
Keep
stay
it up,
calm.
Stroll.
Nice.
You hit their weakness.
I stand
That's
ready.
your opening, Captain.
From our provisions.
In the name of justice. Here.
I knew you'd help. I will fight with pride. I wonder. Me! With healing power.
Helpful as ever.
Your
Got too
Highness.
many people knocked out.
Oh
here.
shit.
We gotta get back on track. This will get ugly. Come on, not like.
This should work.
You hit their weak point.
It's
Keep
okay.
it up, Stroll.
We can do. Freeze!
You hit their weakness.
By the sworn oath
That's
of
your opening,
knighthood.
Captain.
Nice!
This won't do. Behold, we stand
We'll team up.
together.
Hockenberg got them right in their
In the
weak
name
spot.
of justice.
Oh, Boise State's on the bye week, Six Flags? Hmm.
Are you prepared? I shall vanquish evil.
I will fight with you. Let's go. Nice!
Oh, right. This guy doesn't like that I have a mage.
For all that we strive for. Join with me.
Join me, Link, and I will make your face the greatest in Korodai, or else you will die.
Hockenberg got them right in their
I
weak
can't
spot.
afford to hold back.
And my favorite was Scrub Me Link.
After you rub lamp oil on my dick.
I'll cut you down.
Based.
Freeze!
You hit their weakness.
Is everyone all right?
That's your opening, Captain.
Allies, together.
I'm counting on you.
Behold my power.
The thing with Jean-T that's kind of interesting is he's been on that team for a little while. And he was not this good before this season. He was good, but this is like something else.
She needs help.
Hey, can somebody's able to do a Google search right now? Help me out here real quick. Whatever happened to Manti Tail?
Oh, he's retired. I know that. I don't know what's up with him. Let me
Oh.
see here.
Oh, wow. It feels like just yesterday. His
He
girlfriend
played
was fake.
until 2021. Spent some time on the Saints, spent some time on the Bears. I mean, God, he never really did anything. I'm looking at it. Doesn't seem like he's doing much of anything anymore. He's just counting the money he made when he was in the NFL. Hopefully.
I thought he opened up a used car dealership.
That's...
No.
Listen,
Honestly. All right.
say,
I see.
what now?
Yep. Hey, great job. We're so lucky.
What now?
If you had to move to a non-English speaking European country, what would you choose?
Non-English speaking country, Colombia, easily.
No, European country.
European country, probably Spain, and then I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I wouldn't do well. I don't have a mind for foreign languages. It's not something that I can take on very well. Hmm.
Looks like it could be useful. Nice. I feel stronger already.
There they go. On your toes, everyone.
I can feel my power grow.
What now?
I'm an asshole.
Impressive as
I'm an asshole. Hmm.
It was my first legit death in a boss fight, fighting the Alice in Wonderland final boss. Because I was not expecting how much damage he was going to do with his ranged attack once he finally got it. Holy shit, he hit so hard. I was just like, alright, let me just fucking die so that I could try this again. Holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, you have to really be on top of healing in Kingdom Hearts, to my recollection. You lose HP like you're breathing.
God damn it. I hate this fucking fish. I hope it fucking dies. God.
Great find. Keep it.
There's a shitload of fucking water all over the floor because he's knocking a ton of it out of his damn fish tank all the time.
Oh! You mean in real life? Okay.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
what now?
I have had
I like
fish
fucking
before. I've
slip and
never had a
slide.
fish displace water.
You never had a fish what?
Displace water out of the bowl. That's a interesting one.
Well, it's because it's not a bowl. This fish is probably it's about 2 feet, maybe 2.5 feet long. It's a huge fish. The tank is about 5 feet across, 2 feet wide, 3 feet high, filled with water.
Hmm.
We found something.
You're so lucky.
That might be of use.
Ooh, a MAGA pill. I can take the MAGA pill.
Wake me up when it's a dog pill.
Don't drink the MAGA potion at 3 a.m.
In Butler, Pennsylvania. Oh yeah, did you see that Trump is winning the Philadelphia Airport chocolate bar poll?
Yeah.
I think we got them all. We'll be safe for a while.
Well, the most encouraging thing is it's not how good he's doing, because he's always done good, even when he allegedly lost. The encouraging thing is to see Joe and Obama, like, upset. Because they're like, yeah, you know, she's going to lose. Because when they say that, it's like, okay, then they're not going to cheat. You know? If they're just going to take that one on the chin, then that's great news.
I'm very surprised they would have that conversation in a public place like that.
Well, it's because the audio wouldn't be able to be picked up because of the loud church music. You know, they got the idea from The Godfather.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and, you know, I get that. That makes sense, but you could just have it in a private place where no one would even know that you had a discussion.
Well, I think that's part of it too. You know, there's no need to hide that kind of thing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's very obvious that the jig is up.
Because of that, do you think people will not be freaking out as much on election night? Because it's happened before and people are starting to kind of really anticipate it?
I guarantee that we see a chimp out, but a lot of the country will be fine with it, because a lot of the country is fucking hoping for it. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna make that food I was talking about earlier.
Okay. Well, I think some of these states have already said don't expect us to call a winner that night. Like Pennsylvania's already said it's going to take us a while. So that kind of makes me think that it's going to have to be late, because of the states that are going to be able to call early, how many of them would actually definitively declare the race for Donald Trump? I think the answer is like Virginia, but you know, Kamala's still favored in Virginia. A state like Pennsylvania, but Pennsylvania has already said that, you know, we're not going to be able to call it early. You're going to have to wait.
Looks like we're safe for now.
Wisconsin and Michigan don't close their ballots until later in the night because they're in the Midwest. Florida's not going to be definitive. North Carolina won't be definitive. So even if those get called for Trump early, that's not going to matter. Like maybe New Hampshire, but New Hampshire is only worth 4 electoral votes. So even if Trump wins it, they could just blow it off as an aberration
Very impressive.
Impressive as ever.
Like, unless he manages to run up some massive margin in Wisconsin or something, I don't think there's much of room for stuff like that. Well.
Very impressive.
I mean, if Trump did win Virginia, of course the race would be over at that point, but that's still not a very likely circumstance overall. I think that, you know, the over-under is still like Kamala wins Virginia by 5.5. Okay, let's loop up this way. Let's poop up this way.
That was brilliant. We've been spotted. On your guard. Good one.
Exemplary.
Right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Oh, I've been here before, okay. Oh, okay, that's all this place is. There's another stupid 6:30 a.m. game this week. Cool.
Yep.
Just what I always wanted. And it's a fucking atrocious game, at least, so I don't have to bother actually watching it.
This is bad. Go on to us.
I knew you could do it. Amazing! Great moves back there.
Oh, and by the way, Polymarket has finally flipped to where they think Republicans have a more than 50% chance of winning the House as well. So they currently have all 3 chambers of government favored to swing Republican.
Nice.
We can't get sloppy. Let us strike.
Let's wrap this up.
You'll fight
If I say so myself.
Take this!
Looks like that's all of them. Great job, everybody.
They chose the wrong opponent.
Now, I don't know how I feel about trusting Polymarket here. It's literally just a bunch of rich people making bets. It's not necessarily indicative of what will happen. But it does indicate where the vibes are right now, right?
On your guard.
Let's push through!
Apparently, the Georgia early vote is just getting more and more white.
That's awesome.
Black turnout is actually shockingly low overall so far in the early vote.
That is great.
You know, when I look at this data, I have to admit, I think I understand what Kamala's strategy was. I think that she looked at it and was like, well, because I'm struggling with every demographic except for white women with a college degree, literally every other demographic, I'm not doing as well as Biden, or I'm doing as well as Biden. And for the first time in 40 years, there are more Republicans than Democrats in America. It's the first time in 40 years more people identify as a Republican than a Democrat.
Right.
I think her strategy was like, I need to get Republicans to vote for me. So that's why she does what she does with Dick Cheney. That's why she does what she does with, like, Liz Cheney and Jeff Flake and stuff like that. I think she realized getting Republicans that don't like Trump was the only chance she had. And I don't think it's completely indefensible after thinking about it, because what else can you do?
Yeah, other than just outright admit defeat, which in a way they kind of have, but, you know, they can't actually publicly say it. But you can't get away with doing that no matter how hard you try, because Donald Trump is by far the most beloved candidate among his own party we've ever seen in American politics. People would crawl through broken glass to vote for this guy. If they're a Republican, he is their fucking guy.
How did George Bush win? He won. I think he won independence, and I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while. I think he won like a couple more percentage of Democrats than Al Gore won Republicans. And in an election that close, you know, that was all you needed.
impressive as ever.
Mhm.
How's that?
Exemplary.
Like, looking at it, her only chance of winning, and I kind of understand it now when you break down the numbers, her only chance was winning, like, I don't know, 12 to 15% of Republican votes. And then maybe Trump gets like 5% of the Democrat vote. That's the only place she could have made up her margin. So I guess I get the strategy, even though it's obviously stupid, because Dick Cheney isn't even popular with the Republicans anymore.
Yeah.
When he, when he left office, he had a 13% approval rating. Nobody liked him even before Trump.
Right. Exactly. And, you know, as much as that was her only option, it really just reinforces how screwed she is. Because she lost a 20-point lead among Hispanics that Joe Biden had. 20 points in that lead just vanished for Kamala. So the only way that she wins is to out Republican the Republican, which is why she worked so hard to copy him. But literally, you could not possibly have picked a worse person to try to do that to. Donald Trump, in the year that he gets shot, is not going to lose support among among his own party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you've been on X lately, I'm sure you've seen there are a lot of people that are LARPing as Republicans voting for Kamala. Like saying, I've been a lifelong Republican, but I just can't do it this time. I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I'm sure you've seen those tweets.
And tons of them. And then they're like...
Every time you look them up, and they've always voted for Democrats.
Right. Half the time they're Jewish, and if they're not Jewish, they're gay.
Yeah, like there was this one guy who was like, he lived in rural Wyoming, I think, and he was like one of those guys who wears a cowboy hat, literally doing the Kevin Costner meme, talking about how much he liked Kamala and was going to vote for her. And he's obviously trying to convey a certain message there. It's like, you know, I'm a rural white male who lives in, you know, a state where there are no black people, and I'm still going to vote for Kamala. And people looked him up. Not only was he a Democrat, he had actually run for public office as a Democrat in recent memory. Like, what the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm. I know the guy you're talking about, because when you mentioned that he ran for office as a Democrat, that clinched it for me. That guy, in his same Twitter feed, is one of those guys who goes, oh, come on, white people, we need to admit that we're responsible for all the world problems already. And then in another post years ago, he said that he's Jewish.
Mm.
I'm like, this fucking guy, man. They will always tell you when they have been wronged. They will never explain why.
Within earshot of a cute Jewish girl. I actually think it was 7 million.
Is that the end then? We've cleared the way.
Yeah. Those Khazar milkers, man, they're hard to deny. Alright, so I just finished eating. I'm gonna give it half an hour. And if I still feel hungry, then I'll go to the store to get something else.
What did you eat, by the way? What was it?
They were frozen chicken patties. This chicken breast that's molded into a circular shape.
Yeah. And to be clear, I know there are some Republicans that are voting for Kamala, like Jeff Flake. But I don't think that represents a significant portion of the electorate at all.
Oh, yeah, not at all. Like another Republican who's voting for Kamala and has made a lot of anti-Trump statements recently is Mitt Romney. But who the fuck expected?
I don't think Mitt Romney's voting for Kamala. I think he's going to write in his wife again or something.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right about that. I was more just saying that, you know, you shitting on Donald Trump, saying Donald Trump's not a Republican, and it's all like, you realize that's why most people are going to vote for him. Because this party that you've created does not represent what the people who vote for it want at all. Which is how you end up with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I do actually think that Romney is principled in that way. I think that he will at least be consistent enough to say, I don't want Trump to be president, but I also don't want Kamala to be president, so I'm not going to vote for her either. Because, like, I understand that Jeff Flake is probably just butthurt that things went the way they did for him, and that's why he's doing this, but you can't tell me that there's a single policy level that he is in alignment even 1% with Kamala Harris on. Like, he's doing it out of spite. He's not doing it because he actually wants her to be president.
Right. You know, you've got that. And then another one that makes me laugh is what the Pope ended up saying. And I don't even know if Joker knows, but, you know, for those in chat who don't, at the very least, what the Pope ended up saying is he was like, well, for American Catholics, this is a difficult election. Because I believe it's the duty of all Christians to accept in any migrants and refugees who ever want to come into your country. You know, given the cucked, you know, he is a communist, that kind of bullshit. Like, absolutely, this guy is just, ugh. But the hilarious thing was he ended up saying is like, so, you know, on the one hand, you've got Trump who doesn't want to let in migrants and refugees and wants to deport them back to their home nations. But on the other hand, you have Kamala Harris who supports abortion. And then he comes out and he literally says, so for American Catholics, you need to vote for whichever one you think is less evil. Whether it's not allowing in these poor refugees who need help and shelter and it's a Christian thing to do, blah, blah, blah. Or murdering babies. Which one do you think is more evil? And it's all like, and you know what? There are actually Catholics who identify as Democrats who thought that he was saying vote for Kamala. It's like he literally just told you one side is advocating for the murder of infants. If you think that's less evil, by all means.
I'm sure.
Even.
Yeah. It's
my God.
Pretty bad. I'm sure if John McCain was still alive, he'd vote for Kamala.
Oh, yeah, because she is trying to start the wars. Of course she would.
But I don't think he would do it because he likes her. I think he would do it out of spite.
Oh, definitely.
Like
he was the deciding vote to keep Obamacare. On his fucking deathbed, he shows up to make that vote. Of course, he would do it just out of spite.
Like, I don't think John Kasich will vote for Kamala. I think that he will not vote or vote third party or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think that John Kasich would actually support a far left candidate. I think he voted for Biden because he thought that he would be palatable.
Yeah. Man. We got to remind the youngins, because I'm reminded every single day that a lot of the stuff that's old hat to us is stuff that they weren't even aware of or around for. When John Kasich was running in the 2016 primary, every single time he made a public appearance, it was always at a restaurant. He was always eating. So they started calling him Hungry Hungry Kasich because it looked like he was running for president just to get the free food. He was just constantly...
Are you sure that wasn't Chris Christie?
Well, that's the funny thing, is that in a race that included Chris Christie, John Kasich ended up being the most gluttonous person who was running. He was constantly, and Trump made fun of him because at one point, even though the race was between Cruz and Trump, the last three guys were Cruz, Trump, and Kasich, because Kasich refused to drop out. So because of that, Trump, he threw in a shot at Kasich, and he's all like, "This guy, everywhere he goes, he's just shoveling food into his mouth. What the fuck?" It was hysterical.
Yeah, my grandmother liked Kasich. My grandmother died before the election actually took place, but the three candidates that she liked were Jeb Bush, John Kasich, and Donald Trump.
Well, then she would have been happy that Trump would go on to win, and that things were great.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she would also have enjoyed the memes of Kasich version of Trump when it was down to just them two after Cruz dropped out. And Kasich's still just eating. He's all like, this fucking guy, he doesn't campaign, he just goes to eat.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
Great moves back there.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I honestly think my grandmother would still be alive if she didn't hit her head, because she was the unhealthiest person imaginable, and because she kept active and kept doing stuff and was always like mentally engaged with stuff, she just kept going.
Yeah.
And I think she'd still be alive right now if she didn't hit her head.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that sometimes, all it takes is just that one thing. Because my grandmother very nearly died a few years ago because of myocarditis, and I'll give you 3 guesses what caused that. But it just happened all of a sudden out of nowhere. And the reason I bring it up is because my grandmother, like, she's a tank, bro. Like, she is almost never sick ever, even as she's gotten older. So now she's in her 80s, and then she gets the clot shot, and then wouldn't you know it, damn near fucking killed her.
Like, my grandmother never drank water, ever. The only things she drank were Fresca and coffee.
Was it sugarless Fresca, or was it with sugar?
I'm not sure. I want to say with sugar, although it did taste pretty gross in my opinion. But I think it had sugar in it. I could be wrong.
Fresca's definitely up there. That's one of the good sodas.
Yeah.
But
one time my mom walked in on her eating a jar of boiled peanuts, and my mom checked the jar and it expired in the 1980s. And she was just like, I just found it in my closet and started eating it.
That is hysterical. Dude, that lady sounded based. Rest in peace.
I remember this was, several years before she died, but one time she came over to our house for dinner and was eating with us, and in casual conversation, without any malice behind it, she says Negro to describe a black person.
Right.
And my mom got really upset, and my grandmother didn't really understand why. And now it's just kind of a funny story, but my mom was genuinely, like, upset about that, because it's such a, it's such a out-of-date word, right? But she grew up in Florida during the Great Depression. That's the word that everybody used back then.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's like I bring it up to people too. It's on my dad's birth certificate. It says Negro because when he was born, and before civil rights, that was literally the government term. So on my dad's birth certificate, it fucking says Negro on it. Like, that's. So anytime somebody gets upset about, oh my, you can't say Negro, that's offensive. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, do you know where the word Negro comes from? It is the English derivative of the Latin word for black.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally, if you think Negro is offensive, then calling someone white is offensive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like...
Yeah, and my kind of sort of grandfather would use the term colored.
And I personally, I don't even see anything wrong with that either. And I like, literally, all racism aside, you know, just out the window. If people in this day and age are going to use the phrase "people of color" to describe anyone who is not white, I don't understand why saying colored people then is bad. It's like, you literally say the exact same thing. Colored people and people of color is tomato, tomato. But you're right. If you say someone, you know, if you call someone colored, then they all of a sudden they get mad, and it's like, dude, why? I don't understand any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So wild.
Dad's
Oh
side
man,
right
this
guy.
is pretty funny.
Dad's side right guy.
What?
No, he asked me, was she on my mom's side or dad's side?
Oh. Man, this is pretty funny. The game is like leaning into the meme of Donald Duck just constantly getting his ass kicked. The first fucking ability that he got is called Berserk. Boost attack power when HP is critically low. I'm like, they fucking knew it.
Nonetheless.
Guess we're splitting up.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right.
Oh, whoa. So this is interesting. Apparently this is real. And by the way, that's future as in the rapper Future.
I'll check that out in a sec.
Sensational.
It's like, what am I doing? He doesn't need that shit.
What now? All right then.
Let's go.
What now? All right then.
Everyone is here.
Now then.
Let's see. It's your call. Let's move.
Okay. My guts are feeling more satisfied now. I think I'm alright.
Okay. Good call.
What now? All right then.
So are Future and Kanye doing like a crossover or something?
It's pretty damn funny. I can only assume that whoever has the administrative rights to be able to make that kind of change had their account got hacked in a hilarious fashion.
Now then.
Well, it's not like that anymore. 12 hours ago.
Okay.
I knew an outsider would be perfect for slipping through the cracks. Clearly, you were the right man for the job. Should keep our supply lines flowing smoothly. Thanks for helping us sort this out. By the way, what do you say to more consistent work from me? I can't imagine an elder could find an honest job in this city otherwise, but I don't much...
So yeah, you're gonna be logging out pretty soon, right?
Yeah, after I finish this conversation, actually, I think.
Now remember, because in 5 minutes is gonna be Friday, so I'm just gonna talk like it is Friday now.
Yeah.
My exam's in a week. I'll let you know. And I was able to get bereavement leave after I talked with HR for next Wednesday and Thursday, so I only have a 3-day week next week. I work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
You heard nothing just now, right?
So probably on that Wednesday and Thursday, last 2 days before the exam, I'm gonna be way too busy cramming and shit.
Okay.
But I'll let you know how things went on Friday, and if I'm in a celebratory mood, then hey, wonderful. So
I trust you won't be telling anyone what you think you heard. If you do tell anyone,
I might have more days than that. I need to talk to HR again, because they said that I get 3, but I have to do it from the app, and the app only gave me 2. So I was like, I don't know if HR needs to fix that or what, but I'll talk to her on Monday.
Trader and iconoclast, Brigitte. Within her dwells the virtue of the merchant. Nurture thy
Ooh, I made friends with a merchant. I hope I can make her happy.
slumbering within
Uh-oh.
may awaken.
interesting. Perhaps he does have hidden depths. You'll pick up your next job here. Come back another day.
Seriously, I have to do this dumbass fucking flying around in the ship thing every time.
Oh, yeah, the gummy ship. That's another infamous one.
Yeah, this thing aged like milk big time. I don't know why the fuck this is in the game.
I like parts of it. I like building it. I don't like flying it very much. Alright, guys. That's going to do it for tonight. See you guys later.